Hi, Taehyung Lovers. Welcome back to the Taehyung Lovers channel all around the world. And this time, don't you dare skip the first 3 seconds. Because what you're about to hear is not just news about an idol returning to Korea. This is a moment that made the world fall silent because of a single gesture from Kim Taehyung. No dramatic action, no grand stage, just one thumbs up. Yet that's exactly what sparked a global debate. How can such a simple gesture shake the emotions of millions? This is not just a K-pop story. This is a phenomenon that fascinates some people and makes others start questioning the reality of popularity in today's era. In this video, we will uncover facts that not everyone realizes. How March 2026 became an emotional turning point in Kim Taehyung's global journey. How his return from New York to South Korea turned into a meaningful moment. And why a small action at the airport could create such a massive global impact. We'll also discuss the shift in ARMY's behavior, now more orderly, the increasingly deep emotional connection between artists and fans, and the Taehyung Effect that once again shakes global fashion trends. And most importantly, is all of this pure sincerity, or is there something bigger happening behind the scenes? So before we begin, write your opinion in the comments. Does this prove the power of fans' love, or is it a sign that the world has become too obsessed? Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. And most importantly, help this video go viral so the world continues to see the kind side of Kim Taehyung that is rarely discussed. Because after this, you might start seeing everything in a different way. March 2026. Kim Taehyung made the world fall silent. There was no dramatic action, just one simple movement. A thumbs up raised into the air by Kim Taehyung. And that's exactly where its power lies. In silence, in simplicity. He once again proved that influence does not always come from big things, but from small moments that feel real. And March 2026, once again, became a witness to how one name can shake global emotions without even trying. March 2026 became another chapter that cannot be ignored in Kim Taehyung's global journey. A figure who has surpassed idol status and transformed into a cultural phenomenon. After completing a series of packed schedules in New York, the center of the world's entertainment industry, he finally returned safely to South Korea. The approximately 14-hour flight from the United States to his homeland was not just a geographical movement, but an emotional transition. From the global stage to home, from worldwide spotlight to the warm embrace of fans who have been waiting patiently. The airport became a witness to a moment that cannot be explained by logic alone. Behind an oversized gray hoodie, a white mask, and a bandana covering part of his face, Taehyung still couldn't be hidden. That aura was too strong. Without flashy logos, without excessive luxury, he remained the center of attention. And when he raised his thumb toward the fans, the gesture felt far deeper than a simple sign. It was appreciation, acknowledgement, and a connection that cannot be faked. What made this moment even more emotional was the change among the fans. After previous incidents of uncontrolled crowds that raised public concern, this time ARMY stood neatly in designated areas. No wild pushing, no chaos. A change that felt like a small victory, yet deeply meaningful. This is not just about discipline, but about maturity, about how a fandom learns to love without crossing boundaries. Taehyung responded to that change with equal sincerity. He didn't rush, nor did he create emotional distance. He kept waving, even as the steps slowly moved away from sight. In a global celebrity world often filled with distance and limitations, gestures like this feel rare. And this is where the public begins to ask, is this a carefully planned strategy or a true reflection of a personality that has remained consistent since the beginning of his career? As part of BTS, this return certainly carries a meaning far greater than just an individual journey. It represents 7 names that have changed the face of the global music industry. Kim Taehyung, Jungkook, Park Jimin, Min Yoongi, Kim Seejin, Kim Namjoon, and Yoon Hoseok. They are not just a music group, but a global phenomenon that continues to shape trends, culture, and even the creative economy across nations. Yet among them, Kim Taehyung once again stole the spotlight. Not with flashy luxury, but with simplicity that feels expensive. His airport outfit, an oversized hoodie with a varsity logo, loose-fit pants, a brown sling bag, and casual shoes, became a symbol of effortless style that is actually the hardest to replicate. The estimated price ranges from $120 to $300 for a premium hoodie, $150 to $400 for designer pants, $500 to $1,200 for a leather bag, and $100 to $250 for casual shoes. Overall, the look appears relaxed, but its impact on the global market is significant. As soon as his arrival video spread, demand for similar items skyrocketed, proving that whatever Kim Taehyung wears almost always turns into a trend. At the South Korean airport, the sound echoed once again from all directions. Taehyung, not just a call, but a symbol of emotional connection that transcends language and culture. He didn't respond with long words, but with a real presence. With warm gazes and repeated waves, he conveyed something stronger than speech, that he sees, feels, and appreciates every support given. Entering April 2026, there's been no fully confirmed official data from the agency regarding his next schedule. However, based on BTS's activity patterns, it is highly likely that the members will focus on individual projects, music production, and preparations for larger-scale group activities. With the level of influence they hold today, every step is designed with high precision and often kept secret until the last moment. Calling all of this just popularity feels far too simple. What's happening actually shows something deeper, a more mature relationship between artists and fans. This is no longer just about numbers, not merely about fame. It is an emotional ecosystem, interconnected, mutually protective, and continuously evolving over time. And in the middle of it all, Kim Taehyung slowly walked away from the airport, unhurried, without losing the moment, as if he understood that every step he takes is no longer just his own, but also belongs to a world that continues to follow him. The question now is no longer whether he is influential or not, but how far that influence will continue to grow. And perhaps the real answer lies within all of us who choose to keep watching, feeling, and becoming part of this story. And this is what makes the world unable to look away. March 2026. When Kim Taehyung proved that the greatest power does not come from grand actions, but from a single simple gesture capable of shaking global emotions. No drama, no excessive sensation. Yet that's exactly what makes it feel more real, and perhaps more dangerous for those who still underestimate his influence. Thank you for watching until the end. If you feel this moment is extraordinary, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. If you don't like it, feel free to skip, because Taehyung Lovers channel never forces anyone. But one thing is certain, stories like this won't stop here. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Is this pure sincerity or a phenomenon bigger than we imagine? Write it in the comments section. Stay tuned for the latest updates only on Taehyung Lovers. Keep following Kim Taehyung's journey, because every step he takes could become the next global headline. That concludes our meeting. Good night, stay safe, and see you next time.